Goeiedag! Good day, fellow South Africans and citizens of the world. And you know what? It's not going so good in the city areas of South Africa. In fact, it's going absolutely pear-shaped. And I just have one observation to make, and that is that, yes, white privilege, if you can call it that, is where the whites have a certain type of housing arrangement and they pay their rates and their taxes, and because of BEE and because of triple B, double E, they're now starting to kind of be shunted out of their houses, and you've got the well-connected blacks moving in, and the general black population has kind of been left out on the sidelines because they're not part of the connection. So, you know, it's not a racist policy, but it is a nepotistic, connected policy. If you know the right people, you can really do well in South Africa if you're black. But if you are not well connected, you are way below what you used to be pre-1994. And this is why there's a huge breakout in all these road closures, with burning tires, with riots, with looting, with murders, with home invasions, because people are absolutely desperate. Because this ANC government that was supposed to be there to actually create the Rainbow Nation has created just one thing: a big pot of honey for the well-connected. They're in there, they're scooping out whatever they can, and everybody else is disregarded. So, here's a letter that appeared regarding Durban. I love my city. It's where my roots are, where my life experiences reside, where my intimate dreams are conceived. Sadly, though, Durban seems to be in one big unholy mess right now. Or to borrow a phrase from Shakespeare's Hamlet, something is rotten in the state of Durban. Our local political hierarchy is caught in a crippling swamp of internal factionalism, and the stench just gets worse by the day. Now, this is at a municipal level. We know what's happening at a parliamentary level with the public protector. I've just put a video up about that. The whole thing is just going right through the whole system, just like corruption. For a start, the city's mayor, Zandile Gumede, is out on bail, having been placed on special leave after a raft of fraud and corruption charges related to a multi-million rand Durban solid waste tender. And while Durban struggles to recover from that shock, the city's number 2, Fawzia Peer, gets rushed to a local hospital's intensive care unit after drinking what could have been a poisoned chalice of bottled water at an official council meeting. Now, you've got to understand, for those of you who don't live in South Africa, political assassinations are common in South Africa, especially amongst the ANC. Hundreds of political opponents have been terminated, including the deputy president and the president waiting, David Mabuza, who is known to have had hit squads that went out and took out his political opponents. And if Cyril Ramaphosa goes, he's probably going to be the president of South Africa. No wonder they call it the gangster state. Whatever next? Well, there's more to come. The municipality's de facto chief executive, city manager, Sipho Mzuzu, and his family get placed under heavy security because of threats to their lives and safety. He is apparently going to be the main witness against the mayor and her fellow accused. Now, when we talk about the mayor, the woman who's facing fraud charges in Durban, you got to understand she is in the Zuma camp. She is in the Zuma camp. Everything in the ANC is factional, tribal. It is becoming increasingly complicated. And because this guy dobbed her in, he is now having to be protected. so he's not wiped out. And as would be expected, opposition parties like the DA and the IFP are not taking all this chaos lying down. They are demanding Gumede be fired. Fire! They need Donald Trump in there, the apprentice. You're fired. That's what they need to do. To Gumede, she is a piece of work, that woman, I tell you what. Wow. Anyway, well, as that well-known African proverb warns, when elephants fight, it is the grass that suffers. In the end, it's the ordinary citizens and long-suffering ratepayers of our city who bear the brunt of all this political factionalism. Service delivery takes a back seat to the political machinations unfolding at City Hall, and as the anger of the poor mounts, public protests intensify. When potential tourists read about the chaos and infighting in the city, they think twice about their travel plans here. And why wouldn't they? My understanding is that tourism in Durban and other major cities in South Africa right now is at a standstill. You know, places like Hermanus, Plettenberg Bay, they're retrenching thousands of African staff, black African staff. They're the big losers of all this. You know, they used to have jobs, they used to have an income, but when you start destroying that economy, this is where that L factor, you know, the logic factor, the loser factor. We're going to call it the loser factor now, guys. The loser factor. I think that fits better. Fits. When law-abiding ratepayers see more and more land invasions threatening their properties, they become agitated when they hear their utility bills are based on mere estimates because more than 7,000 electricity meters have not been read by the municipality for more than a year. They demand answers. When a blind eye is turned to their constant complaints of water leakages, sewage, seepage, and heaps of rubbish left to rot in the streets of Umlazi, they say, enough is enough. We are hurtful. For my non-South African subscribers, hurtful means we've had enough. But not just enough, we've had enough in a big way. We are ready to act on this. That's hurtful. Just remember that. You tell a South African friend, what does hurtful mean? He'll tell you. The murmurs of discontent are growing into howls of disapproval by the day, and there is already talk of a possible rates boycott in which ratepayers pay into a special trust fund rather than into the coffers of a municipality they have little faith in until their problems are addressed. Hello, Durban. Ding, ding. Message in the bottle. Is there anyone out there listening? I doubt it. Because that is the reality of South Africa today. All right, guys. Please have a great day. Remember to subscribe to get the updates. Ring the bell to get every single update. And have a great day.